Well, even before that, the excitement, for most of us, we'd never voted before. So, but it was more the significance of, for the first time we were voting for somebody. That was very important. We had massive election campaigns, posters. We were going around the country talking about elections. We found suddenly that people were being told that you mustn't put a cross on the ballot paper, you must put a tick. You see, cross means you did, but in fact you had to put a cross. You see, so we were also then trying to counter that kind of publicity. We were trying to ensure that particularly the farm workers, they should be allowed to vote. So you had to go politically and talk to the farm owners and so on to say people should be allowed. The Independent Electoral Commission was doing that, but we as ANC people were being deployed to go to this community, to go there, speak to them, reassure them about the ANC, because for a lot of people it was strange. And so it was, apart from the general buzz, it was that kind of thing, working out what should we be doing, and so on, and countering anything that was happening. Most of us voted 2 or 3 days before, because we knew we had to be monitoring the voting stations on the day. So we voted 2 or 3 days before. It was, quite something. I kept looking at the paper and saying, did I put the right cross? But it was, and all of us were feeling this, because when we were talking before and after, we saw this. And then on election day itself, and it was more than one day, you would go there early in the morning to whichever stations you were monitoring, checking with their ballot papers, was everything okay with what was happening, talking to people in the queue. We were not allowed to campaign in the precincts of the election, but the queues were way outside, and reassuring them